Hey everyone, Garrett here. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of This Week at Tate Yoko. We got a big episode with lots of detail, lots of information, so you want to stick around till the very end. We're going to talk about repairs, we're going to talk about upcoming Black Friday exclusive items, this week's release, and much, much more. So before we get into it, do me a big favor, hit that like button, and if you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so I'll get us started with my outfit here. Starting from the bottom this time, I'm wearing some Wesco Boss Mr. Lose. Got that left hand twill, strong guys, in the back pocket, shell cordovan, watch case, and Benchmade 940. If you didn't know, I did find the knife, so that's nice. Circular knit, white t-shirt. I did reduce the length a little bit on mine, so it's a little bit shorter. Black thick belt, and of course, the Team Zizou red watch cap from In Situ, which we did just get a restock. So if you missed out on the first run and you wanted to get one, we have these, and we also still have the scarves. Okay, this guy's next.
Hey guys, Vincent here. I have the red terry crew neck, just a random white shirt. I have my 7mm, may or may not be 7mm, thick belt, just thick as hell. I have my Strong Guy Natural Indigo Salvage. I have my Lizard card case, them big old shoes, and this is what I've been listening to.
Oh, we're getting toxic today.
No, we're not. Don't say that.
We're getting toxic today.
Nah, I'm such a good man. Oh, who's next? Wait to hear. We'll put you after.
Hi everybody, this is Maxim. I got my In Situ Sisu red hat, wearing my Elephant 13 jacket with my Elephant 7 broken twill pants and my Nike shoes. I also wear not my 7mm belt, but my Made in USA, Spec Ops belt.
It's like an airplane seatbelt. Okay, Vinny.
Hey guys, Vinny here. Today we got the French heavyweight Terry in red. Big Vincent copying my style here, you know what I'm saying? We got a gray circular knit tee, not just some random white tee. We got a thick, may or may not be 7mm thick belt. We got the True Guy Natural Indigo and some very small shoes.
The smallest of shoes.
Smallest.
All right,
Oh,
Justin.
also, quarter-length wallet, horse butt in red, and this is what I'm listening to right now. Because we three-piece riding now here, you know what I'm saying? Larry June, three-piece riding.
Yes. Good song. Listen to that song. Hey guys, I'm Justin. Today, working from the top down, I have my Elephant 9 denim jacket, my black heavyweight terry crew neck, my navy circular knit tee, my Strong Guy Fox Fiber Salvage, and my black Vans half cabs. That's all for me today.
All right, Terry.
And we'll wrap it up over here. I'm wearing similar stuff. You guys have all seen this before. I got my MIJ 12s and my green Hunter hoodie here. Not too much different to report, but I will just give a little bit of share a little details over here. I haven't been listening to too much, but I have been playing. I've been playing some of the COD Blops Zombies with Jovan from the team here and the friends there. So I know that one's been a big hit. If you guys out there chasing the zombies out there in like Liberty Falls and stuff like that, getting lost, let me know. I've been having a lot of fun. It was on Game Pass. It was free. I had a lot of fun.
Did you play the Nuketown?
I have not. I mean, I played Nuketown back in the day.
The new one?
I've not played the new one. I'm not like a
New
big
old.
Call of Duty multiplayer, but I do like a little bit of zombies. I partake a bit of zombies, you know, in the season, and right now it's zombie season, so I enjoyed it. Maybe I'll see you there on the Xbox. All right, moving in. I was going to quick little report over here. What's new in the warehouse? We did talk earlier about those restocks. We got those Zizou red hats that you saw with Garrett and Max. They are moving. I'm really glad you guys noticed that we restocked them, and they are definitely making their way out to everybody out there. Along with those nice little erotica goodies. I think we showed off a couple of those the other week, and hey, you guys jumped at them. As soon as they went live, they went out there, so it's nice. Those cool little like coin case and stuff, a whole bunch of them sold right away, so we don't have an awful lot of those, and really kind of excited to see the pickup on there, you know. We're always happy to have new Erotica stuff come in and come out there, yeah. aside from that, we have been like counting our jeans and getting ready for the big event. The biggest event of the year. That's a Black Friday for us here, like the giant like colossus, you know, kind of rolling and lumbering down the street. And it's getting really, really close. We're only a couple of weeks away. Are we going to announce the official start?
Yeah, Monday.
Might as well. We're gonna start on the Monday. It's gonna be a Black Monday. So the Monday of the Friday, if that makes sense. That's the 25th, I believe.
25th, yeah.
Yeah, right there. That number below, 25th on the screen. 25th of November, the deals will go live, and we're gonna have like a whole bunch of them. So that's the biggest sale of the year. Definitely gird yourself, brace yourself, and I want to see you like excited for some cool denim deals there, which we'll talk about around then. So yeah. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Oh, how can I forget there? Special one. Release week this week, a little bit delayed, but better late than never. We have here the beautiful Dia de los Muertos jean over here. Again, made of 100% Mexican cotton. And it does have a really, really cool patch by a Mexican artist on the flasher and on the leather over here. And my favorite part, double width Salvage coin pocket there, inspired by a traditional Mexican blanket. So Garrett and I did a little bit of video of this on the channel. You can definitely go there, take a peek of this. I was thinking about the jeans while I was shipping today. I was watching the Baja 1000 qualifiers, so I love myself a little bit of a trophy truck there, and I was thinking like Day of the Dead, Baja 1000, which is also I think is going to kind of line up with the same release day. So, you know, maybe we missed the Day of the Dead, but we're in time for the Baja race, and it's close enough, right?
So when is it coming?
Thursday.
What time?
Thursday at 11 a.m. Get it in our usual super easy, weird, and true guy fits.
And there's strong guy.
And a strong guy?
Is there strong guy?
Yeah, super weird, easy,
But there's
and
classic.
true guy, along with the classic. They will be ready 11 a.m. Eastern, usual, same time, same place. Definitely make sure to grab one. This is probably like, you know, one of the super long awaited jean. It took a lot of work to get going. We had the Dodge port strikes and like, you know, cotton importing and exporting difficulties, but it's finally here, and we're really excited to share it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So next up, before we get into the main segment here, one more thing. You guys can come over here and hang out. We're going to talk about some of the jeans we have coming special for Black Friday. So if you're familiar, you'll know that every Black Friday we usually have a few jeans that are released just for Black Friday at a very special price. And after Black Friday, the price goes basically back up to the normal price. And these jeans are they're nothing they're not to be slept on. Mm-hmm. You know, they're very cool in their own right. So the first one we have here is the 10-fold Salvage. So if you are if you're an old head, if you've been around the block, then if you got a gray beard like Terry, then you may remember graying.
Yeah, graying.
You may remember the 10th anniversary of Naked Famous Denim. And for that, we did a very special jean, which included 10 different cottons from 10 different countries. And that is this is basically just a reissue of that jean. I remember for years after, still to this day, people email us asking if we still have any in stock. And we don't, of the original 10th anniversary, but we do have this one. So if you didn't get in on that, you can get in on these and get that really iconic fabric and a great fader as well. I'm going to try to put, for all of these, maybe some faded photos up while I'm talking about them. Yeah. Okay, next up, I'll let Terry talk about this one.
Oh yeah, here we go. We have the prototype Salvage dead stock prototype, or as I like to call it, the Pickle Rick No Pickle jeans. These were basically a fabric that wasn't quite right for the Pickle Rick release because it didn't have that green cast tone to it. So it's just like a regular big slub. So we still got a really cool like big slub texture over here.
Yeah, very flamey.
Yeah, super flamey there, just like we got in Pickle Rick, but it has a bit more of a traditional like indigo like hue and tone to it. Mm-hmm. But it does have some little details, just in case you might think that you know we're capping and full of it. Take a look at the Salvage over here. Looks a little green there.
No,
yeah.
No cap, you'd say.
Yeah. This was for real.
For real on.
This one's kind of cool. So a lot of people, and no pickle on the butt, right there. So I know there are a lot of people who really did like the Pickle Rick, and like I was one of them. Like the pickle didn't turn me off, but I think it's a really cool fabric. So if you feel like you missed that or you wanted something a little bit more,
would you say these jeans turn
neutral?
you on?
Do they tickle my pickle? They both tickle. The pickle was tickled twice. Pickle was tickled twice, but now you can get yourselves. These are called Pickle Rick No Pickle, aka Dead Stock Prototype Salvage. Grab yourself a pair. These ones are really cool for all the slub buds out there. Slub buds.
Okay. Third in line, yes, that's right. Not just 2, 3, maybe there's even one more. We have the Real Gold Salvage. So you may also remember we did a pair that featured gold hardware and gold salvage ID. So we had a little bit of the fabric left over, so we whipped it up. These ones do not have the gold hardware, but they do have that solid gold salvage ID. And these ones fade amazingly. I'm going to put up some photos so you can see here just how amazingly these fade. Such a nice texture. Just a great overall jean that you can wear all year round. But of course you have that cool little gold salvage. You can flip that up and show it off. So I think this is a really cool pair. You know, it's a tried and tested fader, so you know it's going to look great. You know what you're getting into. And they're going to be available at a great, great price for Black Friday. And last, I actually don't have a new one to show you because they're not ready yet, but we are going to be having the return of the Huntsman. So these were also very popular when they first came out, and they were also offered at a great price. But the thing is the story behind this was we got the fabric from the mill, we sewed it all up, and then we realized that they had forgot to sanitize it. And normally that wouldn't be a huge problem, except for the fact that these are not just 100% cotton, but they are a wool blend. And as you know, wool does like to shrink. So we ended up having to sell them unsanitized and post a size chart. But what that meant is that, you know, if you bought a size 44 and you shrunk it down, it became a size 38. So for the smaller sizes, they got even extra smaller. So they just ended up being kind of not the right ratio of jeans. And the bigger sizes, of course, sold out very fast, and then we had a bunch kind of left over of the smaller sizes. But now, this time, we're going to be doing, we've solved that problem. So you're going to be able to have these jeans and not have to worry about the shrinkage at all, and you're going to get that cool Huntsman wool blend. Really nice classic fade on these ones. I got a nice second pair right here. A little bit more of a high contrast fade on this one. We showed this off on the live stream the other day, so if you're not a live stream viewer, you definitely want to tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Terry, I, sometimes Brandon, where they're showing off you know, upcoming products, getting into the nitty gritty details, all the behind the scenes stuff that we don't necessarily have time to talk about on this show. So you definitely want to check that out. But yeah, long story short, we're going to be having those 4 jeans coming for the Black Friday sale. So you definitely want to be ready for those. And yeah, be ready for the Black Friday. It's going to be a big sale, as it is every year. Okay, so the next, our main segment, the big segment that I want to talk to you guys about is actually Denim Repairs. So Denim Repairs, it is inevitable. Blowouts are a part of life. The reality is, even though, you know, we're using high quality Japanese fabric and good quality construction, nothing lasts forever. Eventually things are going to rip, they're going to tear, they're going to fail. But that's not something that you should worry too much about, because if you take the proper steps, you can repair your jeans and have them live on longer and longer, have them develop even more fades, even better patina, and they're just going to gain more and more character through that wear, tear, and repair. So we're going to talk about repairs today and kind of our strategy, our recommendation for repairs, what you can do to repair your jeans at home. Okay, so bear with me. I got a long list of things to go through here, and I'm probably going to put up a lot of things on the screen just so you guys can see. And everyone here, feel free to chime in with your kind of experience, your knowledge, and all that. So personally, I'm someone who likes to repair at home. The reason is, one, I used to just not trust people with my jeans, either them doing the repair wrong or losing them, or, you know, whatever. The other thing that I would be impatient, you know, I just want to like wear them again the next day. Or sometimes you may have a pair of jeans that you don't like to wash, or you don't want to wash them yet, or you don't want to wash them often. And generally people who repair jeans don't want to be repairing your dirty, smelly jeans. So this means in some cases you may have to do some repairs yourself. But that's no problem. So the first thing, Denim Repairs, I'm going to ask you guys, should I wait until there's a big repair to repair, or should I repair it at the first sight of damage?
Well, that really depends. You want to save yourself a lot of heartache. No, absolutely, it's better to nip it in the bud there. You know, if you're faced with the inevitable transient nature of life, beauty, and all things alive, definitely get the train rolling right away by kind of like stopping any damage from spreading too longer. Like plugging a crack in a windshield, or
I've done that before.
or getting a little fleck of rust before it like ruins your vehicle. Definitely like start early so the repair doesn't grow, because like you guys have all experienced this. One tiny hole will turn into like, you know, your trousers like falling off before you even know it. There you got your little finger wiggling out your pocket, or worse. You know, don't want that happening. Don't want that happening.
Yeah, it's true. So you definitely want to start
Yeah.
your repairs sooner than later. Usually the bigger the damage gets, the harder it's going to be to repair, and eventually it may become so big that it's unrepairable. So definitely, as soon as you start to notice that something needs to be repaired, or maybe it hasn't failed exactly yet, but you want to just kind of like reinforce the
That's a
area
good point. I'm gonna
before it...
butt in over
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
because yes, you kind of want to save yourself from any like embarrassing situation, like for example, like hanging out with your friends out there.
Maybe
You
you
have,
went
you have a pair of,
bouldering and-
you have a pair of jeans there, which are kind of like, you know, already a little bit high stress there, and like the worst possible time in front of everybody, and everyone's watching. There's a catastrophic like wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
You know,
When someone
at
just
the
says,
crux of things.
just send it.
yeah, just send it.
And all of a sudden you...
Yeah, and then you're stuck there walking back on the metro or the
Yeah.
bus there, you know, extremely ventilated.
Yes, I did once rip my butt open going down some handrails.
Yeah, what happened to the jeans?
They got repaired. I repaired them here, but yeah, my butt was like flapping open a little bit for part of the day. Anyways, so back to the topic. Things you're going to need for doing at-home repairs are going to be scissors, needles, pins for holding fabric in place, some scrap fabric. Generally, I recommend something that's thinner than too thick. Thimble that's optional. That's a little, like, it looks kind of like I don't know, like one of those things you get the,
very small shot glass for your fingers.
exactly.
or
It's a
like one of
chastity
those
belt for
milk
your finger.
carton things you get,
or
like
Monopoly piece.
Monopoly
Ask your grandmother. Maybe she's like mine, got a collection of like a touristic thimbles from all over the world on her shelf. But if you don't, here
Get one.
a picture of a thimble, life size, the size of my head.
So and then lastly, you're probably going to need some thread, and generally I'm going to recommend cotton thread. You might go to the store and see that they have poly cotton thread, and poly cotton thread is great, and that's what we use to sew the jeans together, but it is stronger than cotton thread. And the problem with that is that if you use a thread that's too strong on the repair area, it might actually just cause the repair area around the outside to rip, because you want essentially the garment to break down at the same rate. So if you use a thread that's too strong, it can actually be worse for your repair area. So if it's the only thing you have, then go for it. But if you have the option, I'd recommend picking up a 100% cotton thread. It's just going to be a little bit more forgiving to your repairs. Okay, so next up we have types of repairs. The first one I want to talk about is darning. So let's see if we can find here's kind of a very rudimentary darning. So basically what darning is in the traditional sense, and I'll put up a picture, is you're going to be replacing the warp and the weft yarns in both directions. So you're not necessarily adding a patch, but you're just going to replace that fabric by putting in the vertical and the horizontal yarns. You don't necessarily have to do it like that. Sometimes people go for kind of a more random method. I'm very guilty of this, where you kind of start out going vertically and horizontal, and then you kind of finish by just, you get a little bit lazy. There you can see it on the back side like that. Let's see if we can find another example of some darning here. You could also do it with a machine. Here's some machine done darning. So you see that it's going zigzag, back and forth, and then across this way. So you're replacing those warp yarns on the outside. You can see the weft yarns going across on the inside there. So that's the first option. Generally for darning, I find is better for smaller areas. So darning a large area is going to be extremely time consuming and very hard. Additionally, darning can kind of build up the thickness of an area. So if you do it a lot, it can be kind of uncomfortable, and especially if it's like in the seat area, you can kind of end up with like a diaper butt kind of thing going on, where there's just like too much material in the back. So if you have a large area that you want to repair, let's say like right here on this pair, I would typically recommend people do a patch, because this is going to be a lot faster, a lot easier. You're not going to have to use as much of your thread, and it requires less skill. So doing a little patch like that is going to probably be the better option. And then we also have Sashiko style repair. So here's Sashiko style repair. This looks like it was a little bit of preventative maintenance, and maybe, yeah, I can feel there's some fabric sewn in on the back there. But little quiz, who knows what Sashiko stands for out there in the crowd?
None. It stands for the translation, I guess, would be like little stabs. None of us knew what it was, but that's it.
Yeah,
That's what it translates to, little stabs.
Like Sashiko.
There we go. Yeah, folks.
Sashiko, the code being a little bit diminutive there. You can imagine a little needle, just kind of like little stabs, repeating like cha cha.
Yeah, so you can see here, there's the little stabs that kind of follow this pattern. I think this is a really cool way to repair and kind of add personality to your jeans. The only problem is I don't think I have the patience or the skill to do this. So it definitely does require some skill. And yeah, I'm definitely not patient enough to go through and do that.
This is like a weekend project.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, you can see more examples here where he's kind of done like this Sashiko style repair. Very cool. Oh, look, you can see on the inside here where he's sewn in some as well on that Sashiko repair. But yeah, all repairs that you can do at home, varying levels of intensity. There's also kind of like a fourth category, which I put down here. And I wasn't really sure what to call it, so I just call it general repairs. But sometimes you'll have, I find, like maybe the pocket bag material will kind of wear out here. And so what I'll do is just kind of like a little whip stitch and just go along, just whoop, whoop, whoop. I'll put a picture of what it looks like. You just basically go in a circle with the needle, do repairs there. Sometimes also it can happen on the top buttonhole, especially with like looser weave fabrics. On the top of the buttonhole here, right there, that part can come undone. And so you can do that same repair there, just do a little whip stitch on there. And then also, you know, sometimes you may just need to fix a bar tack or something. You just go boop, 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 in and out, in and out. And that's where your thimble is gonna come in handy, because the thicker areas is where it's harder to push the needle through. Okay, so what fabric is gonna be the best for repairs? Obviously, denim is a good place to start. It's gonna match the look of your jean if you can kind of find a color that looks right. You wanna find something that's of a similar weight too. I'd say similar weight or less weight. You don't really wanna have a lightweight jean and then put on a heavier weight fabric. It's gonna feel funny and it's just kind of unnecessary. So I try to stick to the mid to lightweight fabrics. Again, you could also use other fabrics that you find around your house. There's no like really rules on how to do it. I would just say avoid something that's extremely loose weave. So something like linen or any really, really loose weave fabrics might not work, because it might just kind of fall apart over time. And if you don't have any fabric, don't worry. Send us an email and we can send you some scrap denim fabric to help you with your repairs. Also, last minute tips. I'd say safety first. That's number one. You don't want to stab yourself. Everyone's done that at least once. Go slow and don't stress, because at the end of the day, it's not rocket science. Worst case, you can kind of just like cut out your repair and start over again. And really, I think it looks cool kind of when you have that like rugged style of repair. Let's see that. Let's take a look at some more here. This one's a really crazy one.
Oh, this is my personal favorite.
Where you can see this basically got all types of repairs here. We got patches here with some whip stitch. We got some more patches in the blowouts. There's some darning going on. Yeah, this pair it's seen some action. Just crazy repairs on this one. Lots of different types of fabrics used. This looks like a waxed canvas he used there on the inside, and some other cotton fabrics as well. So yeah, in general, you definitely want to repair your jeans as soon as possible. Worst case, if you can wash them and you're within distance, you can take it to a tailor or a seamstress or a dry cleaner if you are too intimidated by this. But I highly recommend you give it a try yourself because it's not really that hard. And lastly, before you start, I know I kind of went fast over a lot of things, but you definitely want to look at some resources before you start. A good resource is a website called Heddles. They have some information on repairs there. And then you can also just check out on YouTube. There's tons and tons of videos about repairing denim or just doing fabric repairs in general. Watch a few of those videos to get an idea of what you need to do before you get started, and you're going to have a much, much easier time. Any comments? Justin, I know you have some experience doing your own repairs.
I like repairing my stuff. I find it's like really important to like just. I'm kind of like Garrett. I'm very impatient. Like I want to wear my stuff the next day. So like just having
That's
it.
a nice little simple
Yeah.
Sashiko repair with a stitch. Classy, understated, adds a little pizzazz.
Which ones are these? I think these are Guardian Salvage too. Yeah, this is a cool pair. But
This
like
is a
I
nice
like.
pair.
Yeah, it's a fantastic pair.
I don't know what's going on here. See, look, again, little whip stitch going around this to just kind of prevent it from fraying.
I think this is from like a wallet. I think
Yeah.
like some wallets with like a big metal buckle on the outside or a
Yeah.
Looks like
snap.
a bullet hole.
Yeah.
And then here, another cool little Sashiko repair down below. Oh, there's two.
Oh, look, there's right here also. Lots of Sashiko. Maybe you already showed that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, Sashiko is a really great way to return to your rotation, but to like repair your jeans. I like to repair my own stuff. I think I repaired this jean like last weekend actually, and this is like a very good example of like a general repair. Oh, sorry, Max. That wasn't open. But like right here, the stitching just came undone a little bit, and I just like put it under my machine, couple stitches back and forth. It took like 5 minutes. Just get it done. As Garrett said, the easiest way to do it, you're gonna prevent yourself a huge headache if you just get it done out of the way. Because I guarantee you, people who do theirs before it becomes a problem, compared to people who get it done after it's a big problem, the people who get it done earlier are much happier with the outcome.
Here's a really, really good example of darning, hand darning. So if you look closely, actually, you see that he's added in black thread for the weft and then blue on the warp there. And you can see that you basically have to weave it in and out. Think of kind of like a crust on an apple pie. If you ever made apple pie with the woven top, it's pretty much the exact same thing. You're just replacing that fabric. And again, like I said, it works fine for small holes. If it's a really large area, it can be pretty tricky, and you know, it might look cool, but yeah, I recommend it for smaller areas. And again, like this, once you wear this jean, once you have it on, you're not going to even notice that. It's so unnoticeable.
Yeah, like
So-
you don't. Yeah, it's like can't tell it's there. Yeah, darning is really good. It's also a really great method of repairing your jeans. One thing I will say, as Garrett mentioned, when you darn over a lot, it's going to become kind of thicker. It's going to kind of,
Especially with the machine.
especially with the machine. I darn with a machine and by hand. I darned one pair of my jeans in particular, my Vulgar 3s. I like them very much. I had a couple spots that were just like ripping under the crotch. I darned them very quickly, but you do notice it kind of creates a little bit of fabric. And what that's going to do sometimes is you notice that when you make the jeans like thicker or considerably thicker in one place, it's going to kind of, is it not on this one? Here?
On the front.
I knew a pair.
right
Oh no,
here.
sorry, wrong jean. This one right here, actually. I think it's this one. Where if it's really thick in one place, it's going to kind of
puts stress on the edges.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're putting a lot of pressure or a lot of like making it really thick right here, it's going to create this. It's kind of like cracking with heavy denim, like as things stack.
Yeah, you repair one
Garrett's-
area and then
yeah.
the outside just rips because
Yeah.
it's become so strong in here that the weak point is now the edge. So you kind of want to be careful. That's why I said use the cotton thread instead of the poly cotton, because the poly cotton is going to be so strong that just the area around the outside where you did the repair will start to rip just because it's that much stronger. So, and then yeah, I would say also don't do it super tight. I like to keep it a little bit
Yeah.
loose on the repairs. All right, so that pretty much does it for the repair section of this video. I think it's time for Terry's pick of the day.
That's right. So, hey, it is that time of the video end. So, if you need a quick reminder, every week we have a little section of our videos where I will have a special word, a word of the week, if you will. And that word, if you write it in the comment section of your order, you could be entered to win a little prize from us. And at the very least, you get a couple of extra knickknacks. We got some measuring tapes going out right now, a couple of extra stickers, and a love letter from someone here. Someone in this room will definitely write that to you over here. So yeah, without further ado, we have a special winner from last week. we have over here, all the way from Weyburn, Saskatchewan, we have Kevin. So Kevin has wrote the word of the week, which was Acer. I mispronounced already. Acer Sacomic. There's someone who never ever cuts their hair. There, can imagine quite la.
Bezat.
Not Bezat, but I mean, at least he's halfway there. He's halfway there. So yes, that
Does that
was.
mean any hair?
I don't think it's like
including
never.
beards
It's
and
like
mustaches and
it's
all
like
that?
never cut ever. It just says hair.
Never cut ever.
Yeah. So I'm imagining like a really
Fully
very
uncut.
completely uncut. The uncut collection. So yes, thank you very much. Yeah, and thank you everyone else who also writes. And there's tons of like really really cool comments. We do appreciate them. We get like little stories. We get little like rhymes, some verses, and a couple of verses there. And like yeah, not just here but on YouTube everywhere. We do appreciate all of this. So big thank you. So Kevin from Saskatchewan. We got a pair of these classic Elephant 13s. Again, they just came out. And for you, we're going to throw in a lovely little denim tote bag. So you guys are getting all this, plus a little tape measure, a couple of extra stickers, and it'll be on its way off there out to the Prairie Province. Don't worry, you'll see it coming. Anyway, without further ado, this brings us to that time where I'll say the word of the week for this week and the next. So that word is, and I hope I get it right, aposematism. Think the natural kingdom, right? Nature, animals, aposematism. Yes, that is the word for this week. So write that word in the comment section of your order. And yeah, it could be you holding that cool bag. Or maybe we'll do something different next week. You never know. We have done some, we shake it up every now and then. We do shake it up. So that's it from me. I think that's it from everyone there. Released this Thursday, 11 a.m. Catch us on the video the same day, but later at 7 p.m. And yeah, have a nice week. Be kind. Look after each other. Bye-bye.